This is Mystery Babylon Unveiled, Lucifer, the Queen of Heaven, Chapter 3, Your Father the Devil. A question that is surely on everyone's mind is, if Lucifer is a woman, why does Jesus say that the devil is the father of liars? The answer to this question can be found in the scriptures. In John 8, verse 37 through 41, Jesus Christ was talking to the Judeans, some of whom did not believe on him. To them he proclaimed, I know that ye are Abraham's seed, but ye seek to kill me, because my word hath no place in you. I speak that which I have seen with my father, and ye do that which ye have seen with your father. They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. Jesus saith unto them, If ye were Abraham's children, ye would do the works of Abraham. But now ye seek to kill me, a man that has told you the truth, which I have heard of God. This did not Abraham. Ye do the deeds of your father. That is John chapter 8, verse 37 through 41. There is a comparison to what happened between Cain and Abel being made by Jesus Christ here. The Judeans sought to kill Jesus, just as Cain slew his righteous brother Abel because his own deeds were evil. As Jesus said to the Judeans, Now ye seek to kill me, a man that has told you the truth. As the passage continues, we find that Jesus Christ identified exactly who their father was by telling us more about what his deeds were. As we read in verses 41 through 44, Then said they to him, We be not born of fornication. We have one Father, even God. Jesus said unto them, If God were your Father, ye would love me. For I proceeded forth and came from God. Neither came I of myself, but he sent me. Why do ye not understand my speech? Even because ye cannot hear my word. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of liars. That is John 8:37 through 44. The devil that Jesus Christ was speaking about was a murderer from the beginning, and he abode not in the truth. We can go to the beginning, Genesis, and read about him, and we'll see when and how he did not abide in the truth. Reading Genesis chapter 4, verse 3 through 7. And in the process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord, and Abel, and he also brought of the firstlings of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. In this passage, the Creator tells Cain that if he does well, he will be accepted. This indicates that there was a truth that Cain knew, which he should have been abiding by. What was that truth? There are several scriptures that provide the answer. 1 John 2 verse 4 reads, He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. Simply put, the truth, I'm going to scroll down here, is God's commandments. The commandments have always been with man, even before Mount Sinai, as evidenced by the Creator telling Cain that he would accept him if he did well. We can sum up the commandments or the truth very simply in Mark 12, verse 29 through 33. And Jesus answered him, The first of all the commandments is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. And the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. And the scribe said unto him, Well, master, thou hast said the truth. For there is one God, and there is none other but he, and to love him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself is more than all whole burnt offerings and sacrifices. This is the truth that Cain did not abide in. This truth was not given by Yah to any of the angels. The commandments were only given to man. Rather than abiding in the truth that was given to him straight from the mouth of God, he sought to kill his righteous brother because his own deeds were evil. We see this in Genesis chapter 4, verse 8 through 9. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. And the Lord, scrolling to the next page, said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? Not only did Cain kill his own brother, but he then lied straight to the face of God about not knowing where his brother was. If Cain had possessed the love that he was supposed to have in his heart, he would have been his brother's keeper. As Jesus Christ said, these are not the deeds of Abraham. In Matthew 23, verse 34 through 35, Jesus names Abel as the first person whose blood was shed upon the earth. By doing this, Jesus is also comparing those responsible for the deaths of the righteous to Cain. The passage reads, scrolling down, Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets, and wise men, and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify, and some of them ye shall scourge in your synagogues, and persecute them from city to city, that upon you may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from the blood of righteous Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, son of Barachias, whom ye slew between the temple and the altar. Scrolling down. When identifying that murderer from the beginning, how can we argue when Jesus Christ himself names Abel as the first person murdered upon the earth? Even though some may argue that the serpent murdered Adam and Eve through her lie, we do not see them counted by Jesus Christ as murderers. After all that we have just read, I believe it should be clear that Cain is that murderer and that liar from the beginning, who Jesus was referring to as the devil. I will now address the claim that Cain was literally the son of the serpent. People who turn to books such as the Targum and Gnostic texts such as the Apocryphon of John or the Secret Book of John believe the serpent seed is a physical seed line due to what those books say. This claim can only be supported by using books outside of the Bible, because Scripture is clear about who Cain's father is. This is a picture, a photo actually, of a page of the King James Bible at Genesis 4:1, and as you can see, there is no semicolon in this image. Genesis 4:1 tells us plainly that Adam is Cain's father. The passage reads, And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. It's worth noting that the 1611 King James Version Bible did not have a semicolon in this verse. Some teachers of the serpent seed doctrine have made a big deal about the semicolon being in some versions of the Bible, but it's also in the verse about Seth's birth. Yet no one is claiming that the semicolon means anything there. It reads, And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth. That is Genesis 4:25. It follows the same structure and flow as Genesis 4:1, which describes the events of Cain's birth. This seems like an open and shut case to me. This is an image of Adam and Eve by Giovanni della Robbia. It is cropped so that the emphasis or the focus is on Eve and the serpent. And the caption says that Adam and Eve by Giovanni della Robbia 1515 is one of many medieval artworks that depict the serpent in the Garden of Eden as female. So that was chapter 3. The next chapter will be chapter 4, the wise woman and the foolish woman. Mystery Babylon Unveiled, Lucifer the Queen of Heaven, brings to light Bible scriptures which prove that the one known as Satan, the devil, and Lucifer is in fact a woman. It reveals how she is identified in the Bible as the Queen of Heaven and the great whore of Babylon. This book also brings forth incontrovertible historic evidence confirming that Lucifer was worshipped in the earliest recorded history as the Great Mother Goddess, and that she is still worshipped as such within the halls of secret societies today. Discover where the world's worship of the goddess began and where it is hidden within the pages of this book. Mystery Babylon Unveiled, Lucifer the Queen of Heaven is available in paperback and ebook at all online sellers. If your local bookstore or library doesn't carry this book, please request it. By doing so, you will help get the book onto more shelves. Mystery Babylon Unveiled, Lucifer the Queen of Heaven contains essential knowledge that all Christians should take hold of. It is an insightful and profound revealing of one of the greatest mysteries in the world.